You think sharing everything makes you look transparent, but it often makes you lose credibility. People often overload their updates with unnecessary detail and lose the audience's attention, clarity, and most importantly, trust. Why does this happen? Why do people overload their updates, whether it be on an email or whether it be in presentation or whether it be in a meeting or in a conversation with their family members? Why does this happen? Let's look at the reasons one by one. Number one reason why this happens is expertise signaling. People, of course, want to portray themselves as experts. And most people believe that showing details is something which will position them as experts in the audience's eye. So to position themselves as an expert, more so when a senior audience is present, they include everything. Their thought is that this will position me as an expert. What we need to understand is that rather than including everything, the expert is someone who knows what to say, how much to say, and the most important, in front of who. Number two reason why this happens is fear of omission. People don't want to miss out on anything. They don't want to omit anything. They want to mention everything as much as possible. In this endeavor, rather than filtering information, they end up including everything, which means too many details for an update. This happens in personal lives as well, where it is not required to share each and every detail of each and every event. It is not hiding information. It is giving only the necessary one. It also links back to the first point, where if you are an expert and you have that judgment power, you know what to share and in how much detail. Let's say there is a case that you go wrong in your assessment. What is the worst that can happen? The audience will ask you questions, and you can give that information if it is required. If you have it handy, you can give it out in the meeting itself or in that conversation itself. If not, you can provide that information or give that answer as a follow. So the world will not break because of this. But giving out more information due to fear of omission is far more counterproductive than holding back. Number three reason why this happens is, and this one is a more subtle one which people don't call out loud, is blame insurance. This is more prevalent in corporate situations where a person wants to put everything on the table, so that if tomorrow by any chance something goes wrong, they can always mention, I told you so, or I had brought this up earlier as well in the last meeting or in our last to last catch up, maybe not directly but indirectly. So the person is operating from a very defensive mindset, very protective mindset. In personal situation, it is also visible more in personal financial situations where people share their investment details or any recent financial decision with select family members, not to get an opinion, not to just share it, but with a mindset to ensure themselves that if something goes wrong tomorrow, we all were in it together. So nobody should put blame on me. What they miss in this entire protection mechanism is that in a corporate situation, people in the room who are listening to you are not so much into the project, so they will not raise a concern as soon as they hear it, because they are not able to see the implications of it. They are not able to see the second order effects of it. In personal situations, what will happen? If somebody mentions, for example, I invested in crypto, the family will not know the real dangers associated with it, nor will they ask relevant questions like, How much percentage of portfolio have you invested? Or for how much time do you want to hold this asset? These kind of questions will not be asked. The best input one will usually get is just be careful, which although is true, but doesn't give any actionability or does not help in any which way. So we looked at the top 3 reasons why people go into unnecessary details by sharing updates. So I will say oversharing without filtering is often riskier than saying less.